In December 2022, we found what we thought was the perfect motorhome for us. The only thing that was slightly off-putting was the inside. So much orange, so much wood. But we thought if we just threw a couple of covers on the seats, we'd live with it. No, it's just got too much. So, how do you turn this into this? Well, I'm going to show you. I am a complete amateur. So let's see how we do it. Afternoon. Well, I'm still going on getting this van sorted the way we want it. A few little jobs have been done and I'm going to show you exactly what we've been doing. Remember how dark it was at the other end of the van? Well, this is it now. So as you can see, it's an awful lot brighter. What I've done is I have vinyled all the doors in white. And that grey that I thought was just the same actually isn't too bad. You can tell it's slightly a silver grey, which I quite like. There we go. That's done the trims and everything there. A few more left to do because obviously there's so much. I could take forever doing all of this, but you know, there we go. I've got the most of it done. You can see it's just, I've just trashed it in here. But yeah, it's, oh, hello. I was just showing everyone what I've done.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Who's everyone?
So obviously I've done over here as well. So I used the wooden bit for here and into the corner there. Now this is what these are like at the moment. I did that about a year ago. So what I'm going to do is that. Turn all the overhead cabinets into sort of a white gloss. But I am pleased with it. It's not the easiest job in the world, but it's definitely not the most difficult either. And I stand by the sharp scalpel. That really does make a lot of difference. If you can wrap a present, which I'm really rubbish at, but if you can wrap a present, you can wrap these doors. It is very, very easy. You know, I prefer things to be bright and I don't like being in dark rooms. So there we go. That's how we've got it at the moment. So I think we're going to be doing a little bit more. I can see all the bits that I've done wrong, but apparently Redders can't. So there we go. And what have you been doing? We haven't showed them the oven hole. Do we call it an oven hole? There's our oven hole. So we've not tidied it up yet. We've got our massive power bank in there, which is great because it's in the ideal place for cooking. Up here. Few odds and sods. Oven out, got more space for battery packs. Yeah. Redders found under here there was actually slide-in boards. So we've got our other battery banks underneath there.
Yep, that's where your feet would normally go if you've got passengers in the back.
Yeah, so we've done that.
Rejigged the cupboard.
Yes.
More room in there now.
Yeah, so exciting.
We got the new addition.
That's an awning.
An inflatable awning.
Yeah, so we have stripped tons of stuff out. Yeah. Redders took it and got it weighed today and we are just right.
Well, in fact, we've lost weight since last time because I've chucked out an awful lot of...
How many kilos have we lost on the weigh machine?
We're down about 30 kilograms just by removing all of the rubbish that we didn't need.
Going through it all and saying, what do we use? What have we used? And it's amazing what we've got rid of.
And that's sorted the back box.
Yep. Yes, it's like an explosion in here, but we've been working, haven't we? I reckon another day's work on it and we'll be...
Should be there.
Done and dusted. Yeah. Those cupboards have been done. I'm going to redo them. They've got to strip through the middle. I'm not liking it. Another reason I've stopped. Sharp scalpel. But guess who's your friend? Super glue. Yep, I've super glued my finger back together. Look at that. Brilliant. Obviously there's going to be a few more changes yet, but as you can see I've done a bit there. Wherever you look there's more and more and more, but there we go. We're not going to worry about that too much. I am going to do those bits. They're shouting at me. See, it's chaos in here and we are going away tomorrow, so yeah, that's going to be fun, isn't it? You can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs, dear.
Yeah.
So they say.
Hopefully we won't be frying anything this afternoon.
God, I hope not. just been in the process of covering our cooker hole. I've just got to neaten that bit off up there now. Yeah, so our cooker hole's done, and I was planning just probably just put a curtain or something in there with some nice fabric. But I can redo these bits as I see fit, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, I'm not happy with that at all, look. So what I'm going to do is these, I'm going to get the same vinyl that I covered these doors in because it heat shrinks. So what I can do is put it on these doors and then get the hairdryer on it, and it should, see where it's not quite meeting under there and it's bubbling slightly and lifting. You can't heat this up and it shrinks back. So I'll probably take all of this off and then redo it with the same vinyl that I used that on and hairdryer it into place, because it'll just, I won't have to keep pressing it, because the thing is I keep pressing it and it keeps raising up, as you can see there, and see all the bubbles? That's bugging me. So yeah, lots to do. So here we are in B&Q. The one I'm looking for is that one there. So you can see that there. That's a roll that is, I'll tell you now, 67.5 centimetres wide by 2 metres long, so that's plenty enough, but I'm going to get 2 just in case. I've already had a little trip to the range, why wouldn't I? And I've got a few more knickknacks as well, just to put in there, just because. So, oh yeah, and I got a roll of vinyl as well for the work surface. So I was just having a look. Oh, they've got cushions here. They're nice. I like those. Would Redders go mad if I did? I think I might get away with it. Right, back in the van. I don't necessarily hate this, but I'm going to change this, because you've got this dark strip of wood here, and then the white kitchen, and then you've got Redders over there.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do, and I hope this works.
Is the 230 on?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you press the charge button on the battery to see if it's charging too, please? There you got the A and the V.
Which one? The
Both.
Leisure?
Yeah.
Yeah, charging.
How many dots above the line is it?
All of them.
So it's got 3 dots above the normal, is it?
What do you mean?
When it's not charging, yeah, it's on 5, when it's charging, it's got 3 dots above. Whatever. Is it charging?
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
Guys asking me hard questions. Anyway, I got, after all my, I want to get rid of all the wood effect in here, I got that. Just to lift it, because can you see behind me how dark that looks? So let's see if we can get that lifted a bit. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think what I'm going to do first for cutting it in is not the easiest thing when you've chopped your finger off earlier in the day, but I'm going to pull out the, it doesn't want to come out. Or maybe if I go from an end. Oops, I tore it. I've actually done this before then. Forget that. I'm not going to do it that way, because that bit's not in. Cut it to the size and then lift the lip and tuck it under. That's the plan. Right, I hope that works. Okay, it's the right depth at least. That's something. It says it's 2 meters long, so I guess that means 2 goes. This is the more expensive stuff, although I got this in the range, so I'm not sure how much I paid for this. I'll have to have a look afterwards, but I think this was a bit cheaper. I think it was $6.99. There we go, look. So let's give ourselves a margin. I'm thinking now I might take this out. Couldn't get that out the other day though. It was a bit difficult. I can see what you meant to do with it though. Right, okay, so that looks like that can come out. I don't know about the other one though. In the absence of the drill she's taken away from me, I'm going to take these out. It's wibbly, solid, and you can see I need something to stick down there. A really big knife. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh. Careful. Oi! I am nervous. I don't want to crack this. You'll have kittens if it cracks it. Like this. There we go. I'm in. I'm done. One glass panel that, to be honest, is a little on the dirty side. So I'll be cleaning that after. I've cut a piece that's bigger than the area I want to cover. And what I'm going to do is cover the entire area in one piece. Might seem wasteful, but there we are, hey ho, and cut out and then tuck under. That's the plan. Right, this is going to be a bit of a faff, so I'm going to get my first corner in, fold that in, because like I said, it's like wrapping a giant stupid present. So I've cleaned it, like proper cleaned it as well. It is quite forgiving, this stuff, which is good because I have cracked this work surface, so it'd be quite nice to get it covered up. If you've ever done wallpapering, it's a bit like wallpapering, but more frustrating. See, I've still got some wrinkles there, but what I'm going to do, because I've got 2 goes at this, I'm going to start pressing round, working out where everything is underneath. So I think if I cut in this middle ridge here, bearing in mind I've got one more go if this fails. So you see what I've done here? I've laid it flat as I can get it. I'm going to have to do a bit of adjustments by there. Cut out the cooker, and now I'm gently going round and cutting so that I've only got a little bit to tuck underneath, or I haven't got tons and tons to tuck underneath the black trim. Right, do it slowly. Don't rush this bit. Dropped a mug out of the cupboard and cracked this work surface. It was like, ugh. And I tell you what, it's a really solid work surface, because the one we had in our auto trail was made out of like, because I broke that as well. It was made out of like cardboard. It was really bad. I won't be putting anything hot on here either. Although it says it's temperature resistant up to, I can't remember, it's written on the packaging, I'll tell you afterwards. Leave me with this. I'm going to be going for ages, but you can see what I'm trying to do is just wrap it underneath there. Okay, so that's it wrapped. You can see this stuff wraps nicely under there, just a blast with a hairdryer. It's not looking too bad at all. So ignore the hole. It's going to be covered with some fabric. A little bit of greenery up there covers a multitude of sins. And a new rug down there. So far, quite pleased with it. I think it looks much brighter and much better than it did before. Still got to redo up here, and I'll be doing it with the thicker stuff that I just bought, but that's probably the weekend now. I can't be bothered now. Yeah, I think we've done quite well. A bit more tidying up to do tomorrow, and then we're away for a night. I'm doing a pub stop. Gotta say, work surface was probably the hardest thing of all. Everything else, doors were much easier. The hairdryer stuff is harder to work with because it's stickier. This stuff here, all of this, very easy to work with and from Amazon. Probably not quite as sticky, but again, fancy a change, rip it all off, start again. Happy with that. I'm off in now, it's 8 o'clock at night. See you in the morning. Okay. So, quite simply with this, cut a piece that's big enough and lay it on the surface that you're covering. Then, your hairdryer. So take your hairdryer, and what you'll see is it'll sink it in a little bit and the bubbles will appear, and then you can rub them down. So, and then it's just a case of they will all wipe out. See? And then you should end up with a completely bubble-free surface. So I haven't done the middle one yet. Don't go too mad because you don't want to scorch it. But as you can see, this stuff sinks in really well, and yeah, that should be pretty bubble free. I don't know. There we go. You can see there better. It's easy. It really is that easy. Then take your scalpel, which I keep putting down. I don't know where I'm putting it. Just trim it. As I said, super sharp scalpel, but don't do what I did. My poor finger. There it is. Yeah, so it's just a case of just don't trim it while it's hot either, because it's not easy to trim while it's hot. Another thing to remember is, where possible, take the handles off, take any bits off, you know, anything that's there, just so that you've got a very smooth surface to work on. And then obviously what you do is you just cut the holes into where, I think it's there, yep, into where that is, and then I can place the handle back in. There we go, that's it in. And to prevent it locking, I just put a tea towel in there. So it's just a case of screwing it back in. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm averaging about 8 minutes per cupboard at the moment. This stuff is much better because you can hair dry it, but like I said, don't get too keen, don't get too close because you'll scorch it. But yeah, it makes it a whole lot easier, especially on surfaces where you've got ridges and curves, whereas the other stuff I used, which I would say was easier to work with, I was using it on flat surfaces, so nothing too difficult there. Okay, so we've got 4 down, 2 to go, and then I've done the cupboards. Well, I'm probably going to do under here as well. Small wood. There's wood everywhere. Right, okay, let's crack on. We're on our way to a pub stop tonight. We're actually going to the Anchor at Tintern. We've done this one before. It's a really good one. All you could do is meal or some drinks in the pub, and you can stay, and the car park is right beside the Abbey. Yeah, it should be a good one, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a really lovely stop. It's in Tintern, as you mentioned, it's the Abbey, but you've got some river walks, there's some lovely shops there as well.
Yeah, it's a really pretty little place.
Yeah, and the pub gets some really great reviews, so
I think it's our first trip out since I've been doing all the work on the van. You can see it behind us. Red has also been doing his bit. It's our new battery's first outing, although just before we left, the B2B was delivered, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't have time to fit that.
Yeah, so you're going to fit that tomorrow, won't you? Maybe?
Maybe the weekend.
Maybe the weekend.
Yeah, it's been a bit full on lately, but
it has, yeah, it really has.
But it's the first time I've seen the charger on this van on maximum dots.
Yeah.
Because we've got an old sort of LED system that shows its power range. It's pretty much gone through the ceiling, so there's a huge difference already. 30 kilograms down, but we're on maximum power, so we'll see how long they last.
Yeah.
I'm not charging them at the moment because the system in it at the moment isn't up to it. So I'm not going to put a strain on it. The B2B will take care of that for me. We're just going through Newport now. Always a pleasure, never a chore. As usual, it's completely blocked up on the other side. Makes a change. It's usually the side we're on that it's completely blocked up on. So won't be long until we get to Tintern. No, probably half an hour tops, I would have thought. Yep.
Wolfie's in the back in his little box and the girls are there. This is his second trip in the van. So we'll see how he does on this one. It's his first pub stop as well. He's never done a pub stop before. So it's full of firsts for our Wilf.
He's settling in nicely.
Okay, well we'll see you a bit further down the road. Good morning. Well, we had a fantastic pub stop last night. We really enjoyed ourselves. In fact, we enjoyed ourselves so much we didn't film anything. But we had a really good time with Mark and Sarah, who are parked next door to us right now. Now, like I said, they've got something very interesting. And I'm going to show you now. I'm going to open the door and you'll be able to see. It's our van's twin! And the back of Mark's head. There we go. So we had a brilliant time, didn't we? Really enjoyed it.
Come back.
Oh, we're just about to lose Will.
Sorry. He had a great time.
Yeah, he was good as gold. His first ever... Hello! You got your paw on my shoulder. Yeah, his first ever pub stop, and he was brilliant. He was really good. Very well behaved. So
yeah, he was.
We'll be doing a few more of them, won't we, little mate?
Worth recommending this stop. It's £5 to park up, and if you have your food in the anchor, you get your money back off the food.
Yeah.
So in essence, it's a free park up because you do need to ask permission to park here, and they're very free and easy with it. Just yeah, it's fine, you can park here, but do ask. It's only polite to ask. And the food, fantastic. For example, I had fish and chips. That was £17.95.
Oh, it looked good as well.
And it was really good. We didn't take any pictures because it didn't last long.
It didn't.
And the pub itself is lovely. There's plenty of walks around here, of course.
Very dog friendly.
Yeah, you're opposite the Abbey as well.
Yeah, let me show you.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, this is amazing. Look at the view from our door. You are parked that close to the Abbey. There's the twin vans. So you can see you can park all around here. There's the car park. So slightly slopey, but actually we didn't even use chocks last night, neither of us. As you can see, two vans, both the same. So we've got the twins. That one's called Elvis. And oh, they're waving. Yeah, so there we go. So, Wilfie ready for his walk? It's a little bit rainy out here actually this morning.
Yeah, it's fine. He'll do his usual jumping skips over the grass. Over there's a tea shop if you fancy a bacon roll in the morning with a cup.
There we go. There's the tea shop just by there.
Lou's in the pub, which does shut, and there's also public Lou's just over there.
Yeah, and then of course there's all the nice shops and everything. It's really pretty in Tintern.
It's a lovely place in Tintern, and there's no services here. You've got the usual bins, but not big bins, so really do the right thing and take your rubbish with you. And plenty of dog walks as well. So this is what we're just about to do.
Morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I'm lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when...
Oh, look at this. It's like an old millstone. Like the one they had in there. They must have been part of the Abbey. And there's the two vans over there. Just doing the checks before we leave. We got to get back to Bridgend now because Wilf's got the vets just after lunchtime to check his ears again because he came to us with an ear infection. Yeah. We had a brilliant time. We're just waving goodbye to our friends there. We'll be off.
See how quiet it is because at the racecourse tonight, it's Shania Twain.
Yes, so we've got to go through Chepstow, and tonight is Shania Twain, tomorrow's Tom Jones.
Well, that's not unusual, is it?
Ha ha ha. Right, off we go then. Everyone's strapped in. And Pippa. Bye!
Bye guys, ta-da!
I think the thing that made me want to do this most was We live in this van for 9 months of the year and we're only 3 months in our house. So why have the van in a way that we wouldn't really want it to make the van feel more like home? I often find self-builds are more homely and they feel more cozy, and that's what I was trying to go for with this, just to have a self-build, cozy, personalised type home for us to live in for 9 months. I think it works really well. There's no reason why you can't take a motorhome that is bulk standard, the same as everyone else has got, and then put your own personality into it. You can use the peel and stick. If you are taking the peel and stick off, what I would suggest is use a hairdryer to warm it up first so you're not damaging any surfaces underneath. I think I've finished. I really think I've finished. Very pleased with how this has turned out, considering this job is on the cheap. Just to confirm, the cost of the vinyl, the fabric for the windows and the oven hole, the 2 new rugs, I already had the little flowery pieces, £154 in total for this entire makeover, which is amazing really, considering the difference. This looks like a completely different van inside. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. So you can see here what I've done, instead of making actual curtains, I've made 2 panels and then put them either side in a kind of, I don't know if you can see that, it's a kind of sort of duck egg blue, goes with a cushion by there. So I've done that both sides. I also have some fabric left over to make cushions, so I'll change the brown ones for the stripy. I also have some of this to make cushions. That's it, that's the van. So I mean, how different does that look? It really does. I've left this as black, might change it at a later date, don't know. That's the beauty of it all. Like I said, I've got 2 rugs there, one there, one there. I need to change around here because look what I did. You can see where I hacked it with the knife. So I've ordered some new rubbers to go around here. Plus I think these are the original ones, so it's about time they were changed anyway. So yeah, I love the new kitchen area, lovely and bright. I will be changing, a future job is going to be changing this completely to a induction hob and a more modern sink that I prefer with a nice tap. So but that's a job for the future, not for now. But yeah, ooh, what a difference to the van we first had. And I do like my greenery. It breaks things up a little bit, I think. Very, very pleased. So just changed some cushions and it's done. Well, we hope you enjoyed our little makeover in the van.
Yeah, we've been busy, haven't we?
As you can see, we've actually managed to take quite an old-fashioned looking van on the inside and for £100 turn it into the modern van that I was looking at when we were up in Scotland.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually. So basically the inside matches the outside because it always looks a bit modern on the outside.
It does, yeah. The van always looked good on the outside, but the inside was always very, very dark, too woody. Yeah, so it had no personality, but it does now. So next time you're going to see Redders doing some... Are you waving, Will? Next time you're going to see Redders doing some work and some jobs and upgrades. Not prettying it up, he's actually going to be beefing up the power, but that's next time.
Stuff you can't see but makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. We've got super thanks, haven't we?
We have. Yep, that's right, and that's from Conrad and Julie. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you guys, we really appreciate it. And we've also got some coffees from Carice and Bill and Freddie and Frankie the Cavaliers. Now, they sent us the coffees because they just wanted to say thank you for the recent video Redders did about fire safety, and they found it very valuable, and in fact so many of you have.
Good, and that was my pleasure, and it's landed, and if you can share it, you know, not for us to gain more subs or anything out of that, it's really just
Get
to
the word
share it
out.
because it's important, because I've had a few people message and say thank you very much. They didn't even consider any of the stuff I brought up, and I don't mean that in a not nice way. Some people just overlook these things so easily, so that little reminder to get a detector, a fire blanket, means of escape.
I think the thing that people perhaps hadn't got, us included, was a fire blanket.
It was, fire blanket and the combined detector. Great bit of kit. Just saves having two things on your ceiling and flashing at you.
Two lots of batteries. We've also got a birthday. I'm going to do it a little bit early because we haven't got a video before the birthday. So we need to say happy 56th birthday.
Oh, happy 56th.
For Tuesday, the 16th of July to Alan.
Oh, happy birthday on the 16th of July, Alan.
Yep, happy birthday. And that was sent to us, and it was Michelle and Stan the dog who asked us.
Nice.
Because Stan asked so nicely, how could we refuse?
You're breathing, you will.
He does.
Yeah.
He looks very subdued there, actually.
Very excited. He's warming his little hairdo, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, he's had a big run this morning. Right, so that's it. So we're going to see you next time, where Redders is going to show you some more upgrades, and we're doing it on the cheap.
Cheapish.
Cheapish. Bye.
Bye.